The Revenant is a visceral revenge tale directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu, and it is set in the 1820s in Alberta, Canada. Now, this film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Domhnall Gleeson, and a very prospective, talented, upcoming young actor by the name of Will Poulter. From the outset, The Revenant lays out this brutal vibe of realism, and it's set to the lifestyle of these frontiersmen in the early 19th century. And so basically, Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio's character are mountain men, they're trappers. DiCaprio's character, Hugh Glass, who's a real man, this is his real tale of survival. He was hired by a trapping agency company to serve as the scout for this expedition to collect hides, and so they're basically hunting and trapping. One of the things that stood out to me, apart from the technical aspects of this film, involved with shooting all natural conditions with the natural light, very, very harsh, frigid conditions for most of the actors involved. What stood out to me and what intrigued me was this movie is based on a true story and really deeply captures the awe of nature and the reverence of nature. Now, I would call myself somewhat of an outdoorsman. I like to hunt, I like to fish, I'm an outdoors type, I respect nature. I like being in that element, but definitely the score and the intimacy of this tale, certainly a tale of survival amidst that beauty, that harshness, and it does instill a sense of awe. And I can't say that about too many other movies. We got a lot of crash, boom, bang, a lot of fast-paced action films that are being distributed regularly by Hollywood's corporations. I can say that this one is definitely an art house film. It was intended to be in many ways. It's not. You can tell that they're aiming for Oscar. They're aiming for award season. They're doing that, but it doesn't ever evict you from the film. It doesn't ever draw you out of the immersion. I would be remiss if I did not mention the bear mauling scene with Leo. It was certainly less jarring than I expected, because you see a lot of movies with good CGI, but even if it's good, like in The Life of Pi, a lot of the times you can kind of see, you can tell when it switches back and forth between a computer animated object and a real object. Let's get into the design of this film and the details. Apart from a few subtle beats and kind of violin notes within the score, there's really no distinctive theme in the soundtrack. The quality is, it never takes you out of the movie. I did find myself thinking, oh, that's a really nice score. That really, I like the drums and all of that. But I never found myself actively thinking, oh, I gotta immediately go out and buy that soundtrack on, iTunes or something like that. I gotta get my hands on that album. I never found myself thinking that, but it was perfect to supplement this movie as a story. It just, all of the little tunes fit in. It doesn't really depart from any formula for revenge movies, but what it does, in a sense, is it rejuvenates that genre. My only criticism with this film is that in certain scenes it does drag. It does go on a bit too much. But other than that, the pacing is good. It doesn't need to be fast-paced, and it is a film about nature versus man. So, other than those dream sequences, I really did think that the pacing was ideal. It was as it should be. All in all, The Revenant is an excellent film. Very, very, very astute piece of cinema, and I suggest that you go out and see it while it's still on the big screen. I'm going to give The Revenant 9.5 out of 10 stars.